Ready for another neighborhood tour? So today we're going to show you Southgate, and just to give you an overview of the map of Sarasota. So we kind of started on Anna Maria Island, we've worked our way down, and our last video was South Siesta Key, so we figured we would go back up to the mainland and do Southgate, which is located southeast of downtown Sarasota, and it's east of the trail, which is Tamiami Trail. And so all of Southgate is going to be east of that trail and kind of work its way south until we hit Gulfgate, which we'll do next. So geographically, hopefully that gives you a little bit of a bigger picture. And it's also just south of Fruitville, kind of by Tuttle area where we're standing right now. And if you live in Southgate, by the way, you can pay, well, I think it's voluntary, $150 a year. And you can utilize this great park. There's actually a community pool here. This is only for people that live in Southgate. And this really Frank Lloyd Wright-esque Sarasota School of Architecture clubhouse that can be rented out. And there's behind the camera, there's a kayak, canoe launch also, which is cool. I didn't honestly know that this existed. I've heard about it, but never physically come here. Interesting factoid too, there's about 2,000 homes in Southgate, which is like a large territory, started in the 1950s. And interestingly enough, a Chicago socialite bought up much of the property, which was orange groves, and now some of the properties still have those original orange trees, which I think is really, really cool and different. Guys, this is my old stomping grounds, Weber Street, where I actually started my career at Remax Properties. Back then it was called Remax Properties on Weber and 41. So anyway, this is the stretch of Weber Street as we're moving eastbound, and this kind of row shows you kind of exactly the neighborhood, the style of homes. A lot of them are just like one story, and again started in the 1950s. This is very typical of all of Southgate. Guys, okay, I pulled off because I wanted to show you this Pinecraft area, which is like Amish country. The Amish, I didn't know, they were persuaded to move here in the 1920s and use the land for agriculture purposes, specifically growing celery. This is where they live. Oh my gosh, and of course, when I first moved here, I didn't realize that there was such a large Amish community, and I mean, I think, you know, for me personally, it's like 2022. Can you blame them for living like that? Now I wouldn't mind reverting back to a simpler life, I guess, right? So there's some restaurants and ice cream shops around here that I'm going to show you that's really adorable, and this is kind of like their little community. So we're just showing you around their little neighborhood here. And a visit to Southgate would definitely not be complete until you stop at Dutchman, an Amish restaurant. Inside they've got a bakery. It's so good, you guys. We get all of our pies for Thanksgiving here, and it's just like probably the best pies I've ever had, okay? Outside of my mom's home cooking. But they've got a boutique upstairs, and I mean, this place is always packed. So if you want that down home cooking, definitely want to stop at Dutchman. Guys, their pies and cakes are unbelievable. Look at this. And all homemade. Amazing. They're just amazing. Fudge. Okay, we're off of Kaufman and Bay Vista as we kind of go toward downtown, and there's this little community of shops and the markets here. Right here is the fresh produce market here. So it's just cool because you feel like you're not, it's almost like you feel like you're not in Sarasota. And it's just so quaint, and you feel like you're stepping back in time. So I would check this area out for sure. The food is amazing. Okay, so we're off of Hyde Park Street and we're heading west, and that's a great little park. And again, just some more single family homes, still in Southgate. Southgate is rather large, lots of great old mature trees and really cute street lights here. So I wanted to show you some of the other newer build homes too, because a lot of this area is sort of being, you know, the west of the trail is being moved out this way because there's only so much land. So west of the trail area, which is west of Tamiami Trail, has really increased in price like everything. And so this is geographically the next easternmost area, you know, that's still close to downtown, and you're about, like, I mean, depending on where you are in Southgate, you know, 7 minutes or so from the beach. Ready? Okay, so here's an example of one that's kind of redone. It's not, if I were to guess now, this is just a guess, but it's probably not new because it's still that first level, but redone quite nicely. And that's probably worth at least $800,000 or $900,000. And see, like, these are just cute. You got the nice metal roof here, and just a great little neighborhood, quiet and so convenient to downtown Sarasota. Southgate is such a quintessentially Florida neighborhood, still hopefully affordable. I think that, you know, like I said, prices are creeping up everywhere, but geographically coming off of, you know, as you move further away, I should say, from the water, of course, naturally the prices go down a little bit in terms of what this house behind me would cost west of the trail versus where this is, and yet again, you're still in close proximity to all that downtown Sarasota has to offer, the opera, the restaurants, all that good stuff. So again, hopefully you like the content, subscribe, I would love it, thank you. And if you live in the Southgate area, you know someone who is or does and is considering selling, we would love to hear from you. Or if you're gonna come for a weekend and need some tips of where to go, what to see, what to do, click the link below, ShaylaTwit.com.